Hi guys, this is Mikuzu. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make Hetalia curls. So you're going to need a few things. Number one, your wig, given. Two, wig head, clearly. Then you're going to also need some glue, some scissors, and bobby pins. So what you're going to want to do first is take your wig and you're going to want to put it onto your wig head. This will just make it easier to get the hair that you need for the curl off. It'll make it a little easier to basically style the curl once it's done. So yeah, once the wig is on the head, you can begin. So what you're going to want to do, it's going to be in the back of the wig. It's going to be what's called the blind spot. And in the blind spot, you're going to basically take a small rubber band and you're going to section off a piece of the wig. I'm going to demonstrate this here, where you're basically just going to take a little bit of the wig in a long enough piece that is on the underside of the wig. And it doesn't have to be super thick, but don't make it too thin or else your curl won't stand the way you need it to. Just let me do that here. Yeah, so it doesn't need to be super thick, but it can't be super thin either or else it's not going to look right. And you're going to want to section that off, but make sure that the rubber band is really, really tight or else it's not going to look right. Or you'll lose fibers that you need. And once you have that sectioned off, just cut a little bit beyond where the rubber band is. And be careful with this, because if you take off too much hair, then your wig will look a little funny, but then the moment you move all that hair back, it looks just fine. And then you have this nice little chunk of hair. So I'm actually also making one for my 2P, which is the second curl you'll see in this video, but now you're going to want to take some of your Elmer's glue. I'm using an off-brand, but they work the same. And you're going to take the tip where you just cut and you're going to put a little dab of the glue right there. And then you're going to use your finger to kind of spread it out to where it'll keep the fibers from separating or whatever. And if you get a little bit on the rubber band, that's just fine. No damage will be done. Now here's where you're going to see my curl for my 2P. It's not as long as the one for Canada, but that's okay because 2P's curl isn't really that long. I've already applied a little bit of glue here and here just to start helping it really get its shape. What I'm going to show you next, you're actually going to lay this piece of wig hair out a little bit, and you're going to apply some glue along some more of it. And this is basically steps, just process of going through it once at a time. When you get to actually making the curl like how Canada's curl is, which is why I'm actually doing Canada's hair curl, you're going to want to work a little faster and you're going to need more than one bobby pin for that part. But you're just basically going to smooth it out, let it dry, and keep working on it, because if you don't, it's not going to look right. So for this part here, I've already let the curl dry a little bit, and you're going to want to actually, this is for Canada's, wrap it around your finger just a little bit to get that nice curled like whoop look. And I know whoop is not a word, but you're going to take the pin and you're just going to pin the curl in place. If you have smaller bobby pins, they'll probably work a little better for this next part, but any bobby pin will really do. Once you have the curl pinned where it needs to be, then you're going to take your glue, which I actually couldn't find for a short second here, and you're carefully going to put just a little bit onto the curl itself. Be very careful while doing this because you want the glue to dry enough to where the curl will hold its shape. But whenever the glue is dry and you're removing the bobby pin, remove it very, very carefully, or else it could actually cause the curl to split from itself and come undone, which you do not want. Make sure you get the glue all over the curl. If you want to wait until after it dries a little bit, I had to reset the bobby pin here, but if you want to wait until after it dries a little bit before adding glue to the middle of the curl, that's perfectly fine to do. No one will blame you for that. Alright guys, so this next part, the curl isn't completely dry yet, which is why the pin is still on there. But what you're going to do next is actually going to be attaching a bobby pin to the tip here. And this next part's actually going to need a glue gun. I know I didn't mention that at the beginning, but if you have one, awesome. Or you can just use like super glue or normal glue. You're gonna put a decent amount on the end of the curl, just like that. You're not gonna need a whole lot, just a little bit. And then you're going to take the bobby pin and you're going to attach it. Make sure you attach it the right way. I almost attached it the wrong way here, but then I flipped it. You're going to want to make it to where you can insert the bobby pin like you normally would on your hair, but the curl will be coming off the end. I did kind of burn myself a little bit here, but that was just to help the glue dry a little bit and get it set in place. You do not have to do that, just holding it in place, and then once it cools a little bit you can squish it all down. And then, yeah, once it all dries you can actually add more levels of glue to make the curl as hard or as bouncy as you want. I'm leaving this one a little bouncy for myself. And this is actually an example of an actual just Canada curl that I have made for my new wig. And it actually sticks out really well. So thank you guys for watching and have a nice day. Enjoy your curls. Bye.